Hey, Kevin, how's it going, buddy? How's everybody doing tonight? Maybe I'm live, maybe I'm not. We'll give it a minute or two to let if people actually get those notifications or not. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Okay, now I'm live. That's just cool. What's going on, guys? Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. Dan, what's going on, man? How we doing? Another slow Tuesday? Yeah, I quit. I can't do Tuesdays anymore. I spend most of the day in my car screaming at my phone. More than I do any other day. So no more Tuesdays. That is my Tuesdays are my Saturday, Sunday. It's my weekend. But even yesterday, I just blamed everything on the apocalypse. There I go again saying the apocalypse. The eclipse. Dustin, happy Tuesday. How you doing, man? Yeah, I spent all day yesterday calling it the apocalypse. I mean, I guess that could have happened too, right? At this point, I welcome it. If they could get rid of the stupid people first, that would be great. That's the kind of apocalypse I'd like to have. Brian, what's going on, man? How you doing? I actually spent today out in a cemetery again. Actually, two different cemeteries. Some dirt roads. It was fun. Yesterday, DoorDash was horrible. Got a 250 stack, 2 pickup, 2 drop off, and it dropped me to 69. There, yeah, 250 stack. Usually they give you a decent order with a really crappy one. It's been a while since I've seen a stack that bad. Yesterday they kept sending me Aldi offers. I'm at the south end of town. They're trying to send me to the. They're sending me orders on the north end of town. So it's like 16. It's like $17 for 11 miles. Not doing it. Not happening. If I was already sitting at that Aldi or close by, that would have been one thing. Because at least at that Aldi, they've got self checkouts. Another terrible Tuesday. I say we all just boycott Tuesdays. Just don't work Tuesdays. Glad to hear, Brian. Deanna, how you doing? Is there only one zone in Lincoln? There is. It's not the biggest zone I've seen, but well, yeah, no, it's still not. It's one of the bigger zones I've seen. Even Omaha has. Well, here, I'll just open it up. I think Amazon. Oh, I really can't talk. I spent all day. Yeah, that's Omaha. They've got 4 zones, if you count Council Bluffs, Iowa is one. And then there's Lincoln. So it's crazy. Ryan, what's going on? How you doing, man? Dustin, yeah, I definitely know. If the items are low, I'll do it, but the pay's got to be decent. It's because I think the lowest base pay I've seen on an Aldi order is like $8, and that's with them tipping. I'd rather do Hy-Vee. I'd rather do a $7 1 mile 5-item Hy-Vee shopping order because at least I know I can knock it out in like 3 minutes. Well, glad to hear you're hanging in there, Ryan. I am doing all right. Spent a good part of the day in a couple cemeteries, dirt roads. Greg, how's it going? How you doing, man? There's a couple things. I've been working on my Charles Starkweather video, and there's a couple things I recorded that I didn't really like, so I had to go out and record them again. But it's absolutely amazing, as long as I've had this channel, how comfortable, well, I can't say even to this point, I'm not 100% comfortable in front of the camera, and that's just with me, which I think is part of the problem. Is it's like I'm talking to you guys, but I'm like talking in past tense, if that makes any sense. And so it's just me talking to the camera. I've gotten comfortable doing DoorDash because I can just throw the camera on and go out and do DoorDash and vlog my sarcasm and all of that. But starting up the second channel and working on the video, I've got no idea what I'm doing. But I don't think I had a clue of what I was doing when I first started this channel. Hey, PL, how's it going? Greg says, I think I'm going to be cutting back on DoorDash because I have to pay $29. Oh, jeez. Wow. Troll, how's it going? Mary, how are you? I'm perfectly comfortable with you in front of the camera. Well, thank you. I'm still getting used to, and I mean, I've been doing this almost a year and a half. I'm still getting used to doing, doing the thing. I'm definitely more comfortable on lives though, because I actually have you guys to talk to, even though I have no idea what any of you sound like. And the first time I heard my voice, probably like a lot of other people, it just kind of freaks you out. It's like, that is not at all how I sound in my head or in my own ears. Well, I appreciate that, Mary. Greg, you mean spread your realism. Oh, well, I'm definitely sarcastic, but I guess we'll take it as a realistic approach. Max, how's it going? CH, what's up? Well, I appreciate that, Mary. Dan says, I'm just as sarcastic and self-deprecating as you might think. I figure EPL, before anyone asks, Voodoo Ranger. Yes, that is what I'm drinking tonight. I didn't make it to the store to get something different. Ryan. Ryan sounds like Sean Connery and Morgan Freeman that had a baby. Yeah, I don't even know what I actually sound like in my head. Greg, okay. Yes, you can write off mileage. You can write off up to, I think it's 40% of your cell phone. If you're using your cell phone for work. If you have if you have a mileage tracker, that is a business expense you can write off. Power cables. If you bought the hot bags or any kind of hot bags, that's a write off. So yeah, there's a lot. I'm actually not filing my taxes until this summer. I filed an extension. Deanna, yes, everybody hates their own voice. Like as far as the voice thing goes, in my head, when I sing, I sound okay, but then I hear myself and I'm like, no, I would make a deaf person cry. So I don't sing. Or if I do, it's like I do in videos every once in a while. Are meals you buy while dashing a write-off? That is a good question, and that is something I don't know. I just get the habit of bringing snacks with me. So, oh, EPL says his CPA says yes. Deanna, I think I sound like an angel in singing, but I know better. Sound like a bag of cats. Max, by the way, $3.99 a minute. I will call and tell you poppy stories. Okay, I'm sure there's a market for it. 50% of meals, but save those receipts. But I've seen people say they aren't. And if you pay to have your taxes done, I believe that's a write-off for the previous year. Ryan loves listening to a bag of cats. Don't wait until January to do it. Yeah, now would definitely be a good time to get into that habit. There are apps as well, like the QuickBooks app that I use. I actually really like that app because it tracks everything, and since I use TurboTax for my taxes, it makes that easy too, because it's all into it. So when I go to file, I just log in to my QuickBooks within TurboTax, and it pulls everything over. So if it's a actual write-off thing, I can swipe for business or I could swipe for personal. I can attach my bank account, so it keeps track that way. Keeps track of mileage. I believe I can do receipts. I'm always good about keeping receipts when I do shopping orders, but QuickBooks. Yeah, you can actually do receipt capture on QuickBooks. So I will look into those items, having someone do my taxes. Yeah, I am definitely not a tax expert. I generally don't have to pay a lot in taxes. Just you will have to pay. I feel like I did one year where I worked at Papa John's and did gig work. I ended up owing. I definitely ended up owing. But doing gig work full time, I don't really have to pay much of anything in. If you use the mileage write off, is it true you can't use car maintenance and oil changes? I believe so. I've never I've never actually. Can you? Okay, then I've actually screwed myself out of money then. Um, Although it's next to little because I do my own car work. JD, how's it going? I am doing well. As well as can be. Kind of had a rough day, but I'd always heard it's one or the other. Should ask Google that, but you guys were in early in the live last week. You guys heard all the sirens going by, right? That was last week, I think. You can't write off gas if you use mileage. Yes, that is true. As far as like car maintenance, though, I'm not sure. Dustin says Valvoline thankfully emails invoice. Wish I could do my own car work. Stupid apartment complex. Yeah, that's the downside to a lot of apartment complexes here are the same way. I was actually living in one. The last car that I had before this one, they're like, you can't do car work. I'm just changing my spark plugs. I actually had it. I had the motor broke down all the way to the intake manifold. I think their biggest thing though is just like spilling oil or coolant, any kind of liquids. Be cool to talk to a tax expert in a video. My driver's side window goes up, then it goes down. Not looking forward to what the mechanic says. Just by itself, or it might just be a switch. I've replaced a few of those. There's a lot that I've replaced on cars that I become a amateur mechanic out of, well, being cheap. I just figure that if I have to have something done on my car, I'd probably rather do it myself than pay somebody else, because not only am I out of day driving and out that money, I'm out even more money by paying somebody else to do it. So I might as well save some money and do it myself. It could be a sensor. It could be, I don't know. What kind of car do you have, JD? Because it may be just the window buttons on the side. You can actually pop those out and clean the connectors. Sometimes if liquid gets in there or dust or whatever, just in the right spot. Mazda 3. Yeah, you should be able to just pop the. I'm drawing a blank on it. You know what I'm talking about? The buttons for it's all should all be like one piece. You can pop that out, disconnect. Might be a loose wire. It might just be if you had the window down and it rained, it's possible it got wet. I wouldn't think it would be too expensive of a fix. Some clown gave me a 1-star yesterday, but I talked to support. They removed it. First time I got a 1-star, they said they could. You know, Ryan, I'm glad you got it removed. Every time I talk to support, I can talk to support about the same thing, and I'll get a different answer no matter who I talk to. I feel like it's all one call center in India that does all these gig apps. And I know because I've actually talked to somebody. I've talked to a support agent on DoorDash, and it had a very unique name like Bubble Pants or something. It was weird. And then a few days later, I had an issue on Uber and contacted support, and I got Bubble Pants again. And I'm like, wait a second, I had Bubble Pants the other day on DoorDash. It's all probably one call center. So I feel like sometimes they're probably, answering as DoorDash and looking at Uber. It definitely sucks with all the lack of consistency. I heard roosters crowing in the background one time. I called someone. Bubble pants. I've gotten bubble pants twice. And like I don't know. That's when I contact support, you guys. That's why I might take a few extra minutes, but I text. I don't call because I'm not going to understand what they're saying. Long time ago, I worked at a cell phone store, and I had to call in to support. And Indian guy, Indian accent, and he said his name was Bob, and I knew it was short for, yeah. Ryan. Yeah, I haven't gotten muskrat breath. Keep getting weird emails saying I've contacted support when I never did. I got one of those a couple weeks ago. I don't even know what that was about because I haven't contacted support and Baba can. I was thinking Alibaba, but yeah. Have You ever heard about the frog in warm water? That's Uber. Honestly, JD, I feel like that's a lot of the apps. It's pretty much all the apps. But the lack of transparency that DoorDash has, I feel like DoorDash would be oil, like actual cooking oil. The apps keep, well, it's not, and it's not even just with gig work, it's just with life in general. There's a change, and it's not a great change. People tolerate it, then people accept it, and then after a while, people embrace it. And they usually embrace it when, when base pay was $3. That was great. Then they lowered it to 250. And we're like, that sucks. They tolerated it, then they embraced it, or they accepted it, and then when it went to down to $2, they embraced it. Like, give us our 50 cents back. They're just gonna keep doing it. FFA week was actually last week, and I got no FFA orders. I did talk to somebody that actually had friends that were attending the FFA thing, and apparently parents and some teachers got in trouble last year because the high school kids were staying up till 2-3 o'clock in the morning ordering DoorDash. So they cracked down on it this year, which sucks. I have not seen the drive. I haven't personally seen the driving analytics, but I've heard. I had somebody send me a screenshot. I haven't had it. I would be curious. I would actually be curious to see what my driving analytics are. I'm about to contact support until don't protect my rating, so I can't stop taking photos of receipts. Every order besides the Hy-Vees make me take a photo. Yeah, I still don't have that here. I think they glitched once, and I had to do that, and then it haven't since. JD, I completely agree. It'll work that way. Well, it's like anybody that does reselling now. It's either Poshmark or Macari, or it's one of those. They took away seller fees and they added buyer fees. So they just, which I mean, on one hand, is probably great for everybody that's selling on there, but yeah, they just passed the fees on to the consumer. Yes, Brian, Future Farmers of American, for those who don't know. The receipt photos are so annoying. Yeah, I remember when I was doing a lot more Instacart having to do that, but there was a Mexican restaurant that I picked up from last week that I had to do the McDonald's thing and put the last 3 in of the code. I'm going, I don't know the code. Well, it was on the receipt. It was actually DoorDash's code. So I have a feeling they may start doing that with more places. Red, what's going on, buddy? How's Tuesday treating you? We've already been all over the place in this live. One thing I noticed yesterday, I didn't even talk about it in the video either. I don't know why. I took a screenshot of it though. They're now, DoorDash at least, they're directing you to drive into buildings. Or houses or apartments. They wanted me to drive on the sidewalk on one order. But yeah. Off the road. Right across the sidewalk into the apartment building. I won't do DoorDash anymore. If I didn't have shopping orders, I probably wouldn't be doing DoorDash anymore, to be perfectly honest. Apache, how you doing? Appreciate it. Ryan says putting the order in bags and in the car, go to confirm. Oh, take a yeah. I couldn't do that. Red says fine except for my 7-year-old's bedtime meltdown. I haven't had one of those meltdowns in a while. I'm doing all right though. Maybe one day I'll have a 7-year-old. There's about 10 places here that you have to enter a code after pickup. That I wouldn't. That honestly I wouldn't mind doing. That's not what she said. Hmm. What else was I gonna tell you guys? I'm to the point I have to take notes, otherwise I just forget. Ellen, how are you doing? I can't even remember now. I can't remember where I put the note. That's awesome. I'm aging quickly. Doesn't say, Ryan, when the restaurant like confirmed. Yeah, I just won't deal with anybody if you're not, as far as confirming the order before I've got the food. No, it doesn't work that way. I am not your employee. I'm not even DoorDash's employee. House of Bagels? We don't have a House of Bagels here. Three-body system? I haven't. Three-body system or three-body problem? B-Math, how are you doing? You know I'm going to ask, what was for dinner tonight? V-Math's always cooking. Three Body something. Oh, yeah, Three Body on Netflix? Huh. Might have to check it out. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. DoorDash Dash Mart confirms with code, to which is weird because it's like DoorDash isn't even trying. That should tell you everything you need to know about DoorDash right there. I haven't. I have never picked up from Dash Mart here. I'm not even sure if they're actually open yet. We drove by there a while back. A long while back. It's not a nice part of town to start with. It looks run down. The building looks like something. If DoorDash was on drugs, that's what the building looks like. I was hoping to get one if they ever open. Are they open? Let's see. DoorDash convenience stores coming to Lincoln. I don't want to read. I don't want to subscribe to the newspaper though. That was early 2022. June 22nd of 2022. There was an article about it opening or plans to open. And as far as I know, it is yet to open almost 2 years later. Grilled pork chops, corn on the cob, mac and cheese, and asparagus. Oh. Now I'm hungry. I ate earlier and I'm hungry. $7 for 5 miles. Yeah. $5.49 a gallon. Good Lord. We're stuck at $3.39. KC Mart is in downtown. Very sketchy. No parking. Yeah, I don't. Get lucky with parking here downtown generally. Still have to pay. Plug the meter. Or I usually just find a loading zone and park there. Bomb City, what's going on? Just got in from a short 3.5 hour dash. Made $100 on a Tuesday. Your market is pretty decent on Tuesdays though. $10 per 2 order mission on Grubhub. Getting ready to leave for New Orleans for vacation in the morning. Well, safe travels. $2.98 a gallon there. I would definitely like to see gas cheap again. I said it, I've been saying it for a while. I need to start streaming on a laptop so I can pull stuff up and show you guys. Patchy says my DoorDash guy broke my eggs and jelly right at my door, but I still tipped him. You guys go through enough crap. Well, that is appreciated. I'm sorry your eggs and your jelly got broke. I am OCD when it comes to people's eggs when I'm doing shopping orders. Like I will generally, that'll be the last item that if it's a handy customer, it's generally the last bag that I hand them, and it's only got eggs in there. Sometimes maybe a loaf of bread on top, but it's like, okay, here's your eggs. I'm not responsible now. You drop them, it's not my problem, not my fault. Ryan says we had $3 gas in 1998. God dang, that was what? 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 5 presidents ago. All this gig work is going to come to a head. It will. We might not. I don't think we'll probably like how it turns out. The ones that want to be the dashers and the gig workers that want to be employees, they may get their way at the end of the day. That's why the whole benefits thing that DoorDash is piloting in Pennsylvania it's a joke. Red. You drop her biscuits and gravy. You offer to go back and get her a new order. She tips you in cash and then gave you a 1 star. It's like, no, keep the tip and give me 5 stars then. The $63 benefit, yeah. And like I said, that was just based off of my numbers. I get that other people probably make more. But that was that $63 amount, that was what I made, or that's what I would have received for March based off of how much I worked. So all these benefits, all these peak pay things, I keep saying it, I know. DoorDash can afford to pay us more. They just choose not to. Hy-Vee online order pickup workers will just throw them in like eggs don't break. Oh man, those are, yeah, I'm glad I don't have to pick any of those up anymore. As long as I sit, when I used to pick them up, as long as I sat sometimes waiting for an order, I could have just shopped the darn thing myself. Quicker. She only lost 1 biscuit. Just stop by to say hello. Volume off because I'm on shift. Please wave. How you doing? Well, she's got it muted, so I can't say hi, Heather. No, the DoorDash thing is for your pay without tips. Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That was that $1,500, $1,589 I was talking about. That is what my base pay was for the month of March. So it took me quite a while to go through and add up my base from each week, and then the first 3 days of the month, and yeah, $1,589 is what I got paid in base pay. So that's what the $63 is off of. And we all know it would have been a whole lot less without shopping orders, because most of my shopping orders are generally around $4 to $5 base. $500 single deliveries is 1,000. Yep. I thought you said you did 169 deliveries. Oh yeah, I did. I think I did. Yeah, it was 169 deliveries for the month. But so it was my base pay average actually. It didn't break down that math. Oh yeah, because the earn by time, that definitely. I'm brain dead. It's their way of making EBT more attractive. That's how you would in Pennsylvania. Yeah, that would be the way to maximize. Your base is much higher. A lot of it comes down to the shopping orders, but the base pay on earn by time also, yeah, it would go up. Usually, most cases that I've seen doing it, and by the way, I'm now referring to earn by time, it's community service. So if you hear me in videos talking about community service, I didn't get in trouble. I'm just talking about earn by time. But it's, yeah, I've seen my average base pay on earn by time is $4 to $6 instead of 2. Which I'm all right with, because the other night I was on EBT. I was at Raising Cane's. There's like 4 people ahead of me. Kitchen's backed up. They're like, it's gonna be a little bit. I'm like, I'm getting paid 23 cents a minute right now. Take your time. Are there some days you just don't feel or want to DoorDash? I have quite a few days like that. To be perfectly honest, I enjoy doing YouTube. I didn't know I would enjoy doing YouTube as much as I did when I started. So on days where I really don't feel like working, YouTube helps keep me motivated. You guys help keep me motivated. MC, how you doing? 5,480 mile order, North Carolina to Africa. What, $2 base pay on that? I don't want to do 23-mile runs, therefore I don't want to do earned by time. Yeah, it definitely, everything's, like I said, is always market dependent. EPL averaged almost 11 per order on EBT last week. It can be good. I mean, just like any other thing on DoorDash. Yes, with $1 per. Do I smoke? Some CBD. We have Delta 8 here. But yeah, I've got a little vape thing somewhere. Oh, it's over on my nightstand. Red says I did a shop and pay and was dropping it off. Dasher was walking to his car as I was walking to the door. He dropped the order off right in front of the screen door. I feel like I would have probably put that DoorDash driver on blast for that. The other day when it was raining, DoorDash was glitching. And I know that's a word, but troll, yes. Since I quit smoking cigarettes, though, I can't actually, for some reason, I can't physically smoke anything. But I've got cartridges and that. The stuff that's legal in my state. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, the other day it was pouring down rain. Yeah, it was during the storm. It was freaking pouring down rain. And I go to Hy-Vee to shop an order. They send me an add-on order, and I was like, you know what? It's like 3 items. It's going 6 blocks down the street. I'll take it. So I shot both the orders. I got the first one dropped off. I go to drop that one off, and as I'm walking away from the customer's front yard, because they had a bench right in front of their window that they wanted me to put the order at, I snapped a picture, start walking back to my car. Well, a car pulls in the driveway, and I thought it was a customer, which is like, okay, this is timing. And as I walk by, person gets out of the car, goes into their back seat, and I realize it's a DoorDash driver. DoorDash sent them the exact same order that they sent me. It was like 2 things of ice cream and a bag of popcorn. And as he's pulling them out, I stopped and I looked. I'm like, let me guess. Or no, yeah, it was a bag of popcorn, thing of ice cream, and a thing of cookie dough. And he's like, yeah, how'd you know that? I'm like, because I just dropped off the exact same order. And the picture from the last previous drop off was of the exact same 3 things. So I don't think the customer ordered multiple times. I think it was DoorDash that sent the order through multiple times. There's still a tip on there. It was like $4 tip, $2.50 base. Bomb City, yeah, for me, and I feel you on that because I'm an introverted extrovert or an extroverted introvert. I love being around people and all that, but I enjoy my quiet time. And I feel like I spend too much time alone now, so I've like flipped. But I feel, honestly, the way I am, I feel a lot more comfortable on lives than I do vlogging a video. Red, I moved his order, then put mine down, took a pic. He asked, "Do you move my order?" I said, "You first." Justin, my friend, found it hilarious that I did the the Bodette challenge last night. I'll leave the light on for you. Johnny, what's going on? You're in early tonight. Everyone loves a crowd. The bigger they are, the more people show up for them. If you notice when I do my live ride-alongs, my stream is vertical, and when I do just our Tuesday night hangouts, it's horizontal. It's because I like having it horizontal for Tuesday nights because it's just us. When I'm doing the vertical live, it goes into the shorts feed and a lot more people see it, and then I get a lot more trolls. So that's why my lives are vertical when I'm doing a live ride along, and that's why they're horizontal on Tuesdays. Now, if I had like 150, 200 people in here, I don't know how it would feel. Johnny, I am drinking the usual Voodoo Ranger. Speaking of live ride-alongs, Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday this week? If any of you guys have a preference. Anyone else get a Marge Simpson vibe looking at her? Oh, over both shoulders, actually. Yeah, I got Marge Simpson hiding in the back. No, it's my LED light, my backlight for my TV. But yeah, I definitely get the Marge Simpson thinking. Johnny, it's good. It's the Imperial. It's the Imperial IPA. Dry, hoppy. I enjoy it. Creates an explosion of fresh cut pine and citrus flavors for a complex, rich, and delicious finish. Did she say that? I'm assuming she did. Sunday to worship the Holy DoorDash. I did, Dustin, if you haven't seen it, I did do a short, YouTube short, well over a year ago. I had my white shirt and my tie on, and I knocked on my own door and jokingly, it was a spoof, obviously, but you heard of our Lord and CEO Tony Shu. Bomb City, yeah. Oh, I'm a big IPA drinker. Definitely love trying different IPAs. I like the hoppiness and the bitterness and all of the complex flavors. Andrew, how's it going, man? I know it was a cheesy reference. Could end up doing, instead of doing a tux video, I could do, and I'm not talking about the medicated wipes either. The tuxedo, I could do. Yeah, I could dress up as one of those, have my own, get my own name tag made. Robert, how's it going? Why don't you like when the store asks to confirm pickup? What I normally do is have the right in front of me so I can confirm. They're giving me the correct order before I confirm pickup. My only issue is when they give you, when they won't give you the order before you hit confirm pickup. Like, I know everybody's got a different opinion on it. I'm not an employee of that restaurant. I'm not an employee of DoorDash. I am an independent contractor. I've done well over 13,000, almost, we're pushing 14,000 deliveries at this point, and I do not see, I may look again. I didn't see anything when I looked in the terms of service that I have to do what the restaurant tells me to do. So there are many cases when the restaurant gets told by DoorDash or gets asked by DoorDash to remake the order. Sometimes it's actually just DoorDash's fault because they push the order through again. I bet it actually happened. But I hope that answers your question. Like I said, I'm self-employed. I don't like having a boss at all. So, love the hoppy one. Oh, Red. Almost finished curating you a 6 of local to me IPAs. I'm looking forward to that. Love the hoppy ones. We always find a local brewery when on vacation and usually bring something new back with us. Yeah, oh, I love going to the breweries. Was I got one of my cousins took me to one this past summer when we went out to Washington, and uh, the view was absolutely amazing. The food was great. The beer was awesome, and yeah, I'm looking forward to going back to that place. And a Ziploc of Blanton's bourbon. Andrew hanging in there, lost some stuff, but I'm managing. Made a sign. Was in a car accident. Anything helps. Sucks. Sucks. Caitlin Clark didn't get a championship. Yeah, I was stunned by the game. Um, and Andrew, we've talked. If you have a Venmo or something, you can try putting it in chat if anybody wants to help. When I'm asked to confirm, I just tap it once. Couple of the places that here, Pizza Hut is the new one. On the north end of town, they want you to confirm in front of, they'll give you the order, but they want you to confirm in front of them that, and they're like, we need to see you hit the confirm twice. So some of these places are starting to catch on. I know what else to do on that situation. Oh, for some reason I thought you had PayPal or Venmo. Andrew, I'm sorry. It's pretty easy to set one up. You might be able to get some help that way. And you can link it to your bank account. Glad I could be of help, Robert. I'm always down to have a discussion. If anybody's got a difference of opinion, I think actually having a discussion, and as long as it's civil, we're all adults. I mean, I think that's basically how this country was founded, was people that had slight differences of opinion, but were actually able to talk about them. Great brew pub city is Asheville, North Carolina. That were, I had a friend of mine, well, my buddy that's done basically all of my tattoos. I think he's in. Oh, he's in South Carolina. Never mind. He posted something about Asheville, North Carolina, though. No, he's in. Or her shop is in Simpsonville, South Carolina. I'd to see more live action dashes. Definitely going to be more. Going to do one sometime this week, probably either Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday. So, and if you guys have noticed any ads in the live ride-alongs, I really don't get paid very much on those. For one, two, and that's actually the biggest reason. The first live ride-along I did a few weeks ago, I couldn't hand wrenches out to you, some of you guys fast enough. I got absolutely obliterated with trolls. And so I decided, let's add the ads and see if that does anything. And then the very next live, I think I had 3 trolls the whole time. So trolls like to be in there and cause chaos, unless it's making you money, or unless they think it's making you money. But most of them should be skippable ads. And I know I talked to a few of you, and some of you guys said you never saw any ads. I didn't see a single troll this last live. There were like maybe 2 the whole live. One I got rid of very quickly, but yeah, there were a couple comments I got before I think anybody else even saw them. Trolls, I guess, equal haters, I take it. Yeah, the one, never really any haters. The trolls, I think some of the comments, I think one of them was like, bend me over, daddy. The other one asked if my mom was black. I mean, like stuff like that. It's I that one I banned. I put in timeout for like 30 minutes. But the moderators are good. They stay on top of it. Both sides create balance when logical. That is very true. Like, I don't expect everybody or anybody to love me. I joke around with friends every once in a while that I'm an acquired taste. So if you don't like me, you should acquire some taste. I'm completely joking. It's a joke. Andrew, yeah, I mean it. Some of them I'm just like, wow, and others, you know, I can applaud somebody who is good at trolling. Others though, I'm like, do you? Anybody ever told you that you actually like suck at trolling? Like some of them are just absolutely bad. They're so bad it's funny. More like griefers than trolls. Yes. Completely agree, Red. Bomb City, I've done a few live ride-alongs, no trolls, but my channel is very small. If you do it for, well, like the vertical, like I said, just recently they've started adding that into the shorts feed, so it gets put out a lot more. But it'll take off. The thing about the live ride-alongs that I've noticed, like it'll go at one point I'll have like 60 people watching, and then 20, and then 70, and then back to 20. I'm like, okay, if you're watching, you're watching. If you're not, you're not. The math. Oh my gosh, I just walked back in the room to hear bend over daddy. Sorry. Was talking about trolls on my last live right along. But I appreciate that, V-Math. You guys are absolutely awesome. Do I ever go to bars or adult fun in Lincoln? Not really. And to answer your question of what's to do in Lincoln, not very much. I just drive through it when I went to Denver. Yeah, there really is not much to do in Lincoln. We got a casino now, but I do enough gambling doing DoorDash every day. And it's so much cheaper to drink at home. And safer. Yeah, when I used to have a gambling problem, and then I got through that. I got through that stage of my life fairly young, fortunately. So anymore, I'll go to the casino every great once in a while, but I go in with a set dollar amount, no debit cards, no credit cards, nothing. And there's times that I can be in there for $20 or $20. I can be in there for 20 minutes and get up $100. I'm turning around and walking out. So a lot of it has just helped me change. A lot of it, I should say, once they changed my mindset on a lot of things, a lot of any bad habits really that I had have just gone away. Bardowski, how's it going? Is Lincoln close enough to Omaha? 45 minutes. I think if I got on the interstate from my house, I could be there in about 45 minutes. So not too far. A casino I once wore the golden handcuffs. Did you have to buy you dinner first, Red? Don't have to deal with Sparkies at home. Exactly. Plus, everybody, when everybody gets to drink and everybody acts different. So you have clashing personalities, and I'd rather just drink at home. It's cheaper, and if I'm drinking with somebody at home, it's probably because we get along. Use a winner's bank, it helps. Good idea. Go with what you're willing to lose. Yes. Golden handcuffs equal great paying job but horrible environment. I don't know. You go to a casino, and if you just like take 5 minutes and look around at people, there's a lot of depressed people in there. They're probably the ones that go home and order DoorDash and don't tip because they lost everything at the casino. I may be onto something there. I mean, we have a round one. It's kind of a Dave and Buster's, Chuck E. Cheese kind of thing. Go there every once in a while. Austin, what's going on? It's hailing here in Austin, I think. Well, the eclipse happened yesterday, so it probably is hail, unless the apocalypse is starting in Austin, Texas. It's just possible. All right, I'm actually caught up on chat, which is nice. No, I got squirrel moment. Jesus. It's the end of the world because the last 2 days I've made close to $300 a day. And you didn't have to show any leg either? Okay, I'm coming to Texas. Wow. Never happens on Mondays or Tuesdays. I think I may have had no. Last time I even got close to 3. Yeah, Red, I was waiting for that. Crazy part is only 8 to 9 hours. That's even better. It never hails on Mondays or Tuesdays. Bomb City says it's been raining here since 6:30 this morning. Not stopping till 6 a.m. tomorrow. Red is definitely on a roll. Don't start with the hiccups. I almost feel them coming on. But so yeah, live right along Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday. Was it last week or no? It wasn't last week. It was a week before. I put out a video, and then 2 hours later I went live, and it just I don't know if YouTube suppressed the video, but it did not go well. Never hails in South Austin where I live, only the north. Yes, I'm blaming everything on the eclipse, including my weird mood all day. It's the hangover eclipse. Drink another one. I'm literally on one beer. I nurse my beers. Ixnay on the oob day. Anyone else notice? Oh, Sonic employees. Yeah, a lot of them are. I'd say I'll be nice and say short, but that's probably offensive to anybody that's vertically challenged. They are. Yeah, they're rude. Every once in a while, I get a nice employee, and then I come back the next time and they're not there. So yeah, it's like the rude ones always force out the nice employees. Almost drove down to Lexington a few weeks. Oh, track meet. I'm nursing my beard. Most will bring it to my window, but this lady tonight was so short with me, I almost said, I'll let the next driver deal with you. I probably would have actually said the same thing. Kaylee, how you doing? Worst Spark shopping experience today over queso. Ended up returning order before even leaving the Walmart parking lot. All over queso? I would have messaged that customer and go, queso, what's your problem? Why we're getting upset over cheese dip. Mary, how are you doing? I guess when you do Spark, you do deal with basically Walmart customers. You deal with the people of Walmart. There's a Transylvania, Kentucky. They canceled their entire order over cheese dip. I wish I had those kind of problems. Spark been texting saying there are more drivers needed. Go to log in and it says my zone is full. CH, am I gonna get a motorcycle when I move? Maybe in a year or two. Once I get moved, I'm gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna do. No, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be traveling a lot more. I will be hitting the open road. For me, there is nothing more freeing of a feeling, mentally, physically, just all around, than just hitting the open road, going and exploring places. Which, yes, I could probably do on a motorcycle, but it'd be fun to get one of those teardrop camper trailers. Transylvania University in Lexington, Kentucky. EPL, I will be visiting Michigan. Well, yeah, that's where the Henry Ford Museum's at. I will definitely be going there. They've got they've got JFK's limo. They've got, I think, the Bonnie and Clyde car. Is that right? There's a lot of stuff I want to vlog, but yeah, I want to go to that museum and I've got, so my video on the Stark Weather thing for the second channel that you guys have been waiting for forever, which I appreciate your patience on. The video is almost done. I'm just piecing things together and transitions. I may end up getting way too creative with it, but who knows? Maybe some of you guys will be my editors and tell me what you think first. Ever get many Walmart routes come up through the opportunities tab on Uber Eats? I think the last time that I had Uber Eats going for like 4 hours, I finally had one of those pop up. Oh yeah, those teardrop campers are really cool. Henry Ford Museum's great. Well worth it, and take some time to walk around the village. Definitely. I may need a tour guide, so I'll be giving you a call. They have a train that takes you around Greenfield Village. Wow. Captain, how are you doing? I will get you message back after the live. What software do you use for editing videos? Really, I just use iMovie, but I think one thing that has taken a long time, why it's taken so long for me to get this second channel going and the first video out, is I've been trying to mess around with other editing to see if it's easier, if it looks better. I'm over critiquing and overthinking things on it, to just be perfectly honest. How's your week so far? I didn't work today. I spent a couple hours in cemeteries, but it's been okay. I just, yeah, to be determined. I never pulled a trailer in my life until I bought a fifth wheel and truck. Yeah, I just want something small. Although, if I go with an SUV, like a RAV4, good gas mileage, I can throw an air mattress in the back and put the back seats down. So, yeah, once I get moved, it'll be. I feel like, and I'm hoping anyway, that it'll be more opportunity for me to do what I want to do rather than what I feel I need to do, or not even really need to do, that I have to do. Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys feel that way sometimes. You get into a rhythm of work and sleep and work and sleep, and it's probably because I spend too much time by myself, but it's like at some point I just want to go, okay, stop. Sit there. Sit on a rock in the middle of a forest for the next 3 hours. Don't do anything. Don't say anything. Don't even think anything. Just do nothing. That's what I'd like to do. Mary, I don't know if I could get a Subaru. I curse at the Subaru drivers here because most of them drive like idiots. Nothing against you for driving a Subaru. I have family members that drive Subarus. They're normal people as well. But here in Lincoln, people around here, if I see a Subaru in Lincoln, I get the heck out of the way. Because they're either going to ride my butt. Go ahead, Red. Um, or they're going to drive 10 miles under the speed limit. I mean, like, Subarus and Lexuses are probably the rudest drivers just in my town. Now I go other places, Subaru drivers, they're great, but I'm definitely leaning towards like a Toyota RAV4. I've seen enough of them, and I'm like, I like that car. Yeah, I'm glad that it's not only that's not just that here. Dodge Charger drivers, Dodge Charger drivers here. Most of them are high school or college students, and it's a car they got from their parents, and they drive worse than Subaru drivers. Well, no, I take that back. They don't drive worse. They just drive extremely aggressive. Alex, what's going on? And he drives a Dodge Charger. Like the Camaros in the 80s. Mary says sometimes I do drive like an a-hole. It's true. My sister has had RAV4 since they came out. The older style RAV4s I really didn't like, but this newest style from like 2020 or 2021, just, I don't know what it is about it. Just very clean, well rounded. Yeah, I'm really digging them. Any big pickups I encounter in Florida are aggressive. It's sad. Austin says he drives a little Prius, so I'm sensitive to bullying. Just give them a thumbs down. It makes them feel worse than flipping them off. Flip somebody else off, they instantly go, screw you, and flip you off back. If you give them the thumbs down, though, they don't really know how to respond. DoorDash paid off my Charger. It's a good way to think about DoorDash. First time I encountered somebody driving a Prius, I was sitting in a gas station parking lot. It was the only car in the parking lot. And I had my door open. I was delivering for Papa John's at the time. I had my driver's door open, and I'm picking up receipts that had fallen down. And all of a sudden, I hear this person go, "Excuse me, do you mind if I park there?" And I looked out, and it's a Prius. And I'm like, holy crap, I didn't even hear it sneak up on me. Alex says, thank you, DoorDash. Yeah, DoorDash is pretty much just giving me, well, I do it full time. So, one thing that they gave me that I did not ask for was some of these gray hairs. The rest came from family members. Never a good idea to fuel the fire by giving the bird a thumbs down. Yeah, I got flipped off the other day for the first time in a while, and I thought I'm finally number one to somebody. Go watch the April Fool's Day prank where the mom is driving and her daughter has a sign to honk and flip her mom off. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. Alex, you also do it full time? I'm glad I'm not the only one. Maybe one day we'll both end up in a mental institution like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I actually better quit doing DoorDash before that happens, but we probably will. That's a film location that I want to vlog is the one for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That's out in Oregon. I do want to vlog that. I want to get to the point where I can travel while doing DoorDash and it pays my bills, it pays my way to go vlog these locations for the second channel. I think that would be really cool. That's my goal. And now I have to stick to it because I said it out loud and there's 28 of you that just heard me say that. Special unit for DoorDash trauma survivors. Yes, Alex, I am drinking the usual. And I will randomly mix it up. I gotta go to the store after this and get a different kind of beer just to mess with you guys next week. Even though I should have done it last week as a late April Fool's joke. Just make sure your AR stays above 70 each day and keeps above 100 in the last 30. Oh, 100 deliveries total? Yes. Doing it full time, that completing 100 minimum of 100 deliveries in 30 days is actually really easy. Does anyone else yell at their phone when you get a string of bad offers? Yes, and it's usually cursing Tony Shu. I yell in the void. Mom City says I have a traveling channel as well, but have been slow to get our vacation videos on there. I've taken entirely way too long on this Charles Starkweather video. I'm like, it's a location video. And my brain's going, do a documentary. So I'm like trying to combine the two. That probably didn't look right, what my hands did. Was going to DoorDash at my parents, but couldn't because I was under 70 and not on schedule. Yeah, Sunday was rough. I thought I was gonna. In fact, I did schedule a few days out, just in case I did fall below 70. I completed 100 deliveries in a week and a half. Yeah, unless it's generally about what I average. We're pretty similar there, Alex. EPL says it helps. I swear it does. It does. And I swear, sometimes just complaining to your phone. You guys have seen it in videos. I can get bad offer after bad offer after bad offer, and then all of a sudden I'll sit for like 30, 40 minutes, and I'll turn the camera on and start complaining, and then they send me a really good offer. Does complaining pay? I imagine it does when you're doing DoorDash. I try to minimize the complaining, though. I know in some videos the complaining. In some videos, it sounds like I'm complaining, and it's just my sarcasm. So that's why I come with a warning label. F you DoorDash, this is what I get with 83%. I know, it's like, what are some of them that I got lately? Because I try to screenshot everything. Oh, here's one. You'll see in tomorrow's video. 1491, 11 mile, I think 18. Yeah, 18 item Aldi. There's an Aldi right here. Wants me to go all the way up there and then go deliver downtown. I may have cussed a little on that one. And then a 1780 10 mile, almost 11 mile, 32 items. I'm literally going from one end of town to the other. Also not doing it. This one was also fun. 775, 5.7 miles, 6 item Walgreens. There's a Walgreens right there. I'm passing 3 Walgreens to go shop this, to go drop it off at another place. There's a Walgreens like right here. So there is cussing that goes on in my car. Dustin, I feel like the customer hears you, maybe. I try to keep it positive. I'm actually hoping I'll have a bad day because it's been too good of a stretch. It feels wrong. Can't enjoy the good days without the bad. You'll still get a load of trash even with an AR over 90, but honestly, it depends on your market too. Yes, it definitely does. And I feel like here, at least, and some of you guys probably have gone through similar, when you are, there's like certain days that, okay, maybe in smaller markets, you deliver to the same people. All of a sudden, one day you just have this phenomenal day, and then you're like, I've delivered to this person before, and this person, and this person. And all of a sudden, it's just a whole day of you delivering to people that you regularly deliver to. It's like, okay, tomorrow's going to be bad. Just because all of these people are not going to order again. Or if they do, you're not going to get them all. But I've noticed I've had days like that where I've delivered, I'm just getting orders to people that I regularly deliver to. Worst offer ever on Saturday, 30 miles for $22. Ugh. That's from like here to no, it's like 43 miles, never mind. I wouldn't even do if it was $30 for 22 miles. No, I can't even say. Never mind, because that would be that may be from one end of the zone to the other. I don't know. I would probably do it if it was taking me home. I do occasionally take orders that I would not normally take, simply for the fact that, hey, I'm getting paid to go home. I'm dropping them off a block away from my house, so Alex, yeah, those are good days, aren't they? Ghost Hunter Gal, how are you doing? Had one person who, when my day started out with her, it was a good day. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, there's some customers. I got a regular. Okay, I have a regular customer, which is weird to say. It's not like my customer, but I get this lady's order like every Saturday afternoon. And this Saturday, when I get it, because I know I'll get it, I've gotten her order every Saturday, I think for the last 2 months. She's got a little Yorkie dog, super cute, and she always orders Burnett's, either whipped vodka or peach vodka, and either a 2 liter of Sprite or a liter of not seltzer water, tonic water, and a Gatorade. And she usually she tips like $5. Dog's name is Beans. As soon as I get out of the car, she's standing on her patio. She's ready. She's waiting with her ID. Beans is waiting to get petted by me. Probably one of my favorite customers. Sage says my neighbor Mark says hi. Hi, Mark. $748, 22 miles today. Yeah, no, thank you. Especially the high tip customers. Yeah, oh, exactly, Alex. Gotta love regulars. I so appreciate these people. Had a guy tip 25 on a Petco order today that blew me away. 25 on a Petco order? That doesn't happen here. I don't think I've had any crazy tips lately. Nothing too crazy, but I still wish the DoorDash would implement where if you don't want to deliver to a certain customer, you just don't get their orders anymore. Because that's one decline. That's one order I decline every week is to this one customer. No matter how much he orders, he could order one item, or he could order 30 items, and the dude tips $1. I'm not shopping for $1 tip. Sure. Yep. Okay. We're good. I'm all caught up on chat. Saturday stayed out until I made 300. Last order was at midnight. 806 or 6 miles, taking me close to home, making my goal. The jerk removed. Oh man. I will as much crap as I talk about DoorDash and the dumb things they do and the things that, you get it, is at least you can't get tip baited on DoorDash. That's at least one positive that they have. Damien on Burnt Road orders every day and doesn't tip. Hate that guy. Yeah, with it's those customers that, at some point somebody's going to get their order and they're going to get it and they're going to deliver it. But if I decline somebody's order 3,400 freaking times, I'm not going to take their order. So I feel like DoorDash should just, if they implemented that, that would be a great thing. How do I feel about college kids that don't tip? I try to avoid campus at all cost because a lot of them don't tip. Don't give DoorDash any ideas. I love that $1 per delivery to saving. I'm up to 320 now. Started 2 weeks ago. That is awesome. That is right. You are doing the dollar challenge. See how crazy fast it adds up, and you get a little pickier with your orders, and you realize that saving's not that hard. College kids tip pretty well here in Austin. It's shocking. I feel like the college kids who do tip, and this is from my experience of doing Uber and driving around college kids all the time. They got no problem tipping big because mommy and daddy's credit card is often attached to their account. So, oh yeah, we'll tip them really well. I mean, I've gotten a dollar tip from, and I know I'm not the only one. Some of you guys have as well. You get maybe a dollar tip from like delivering to a medical office or a law firm. It's like you have all this kind of you make good money and you're tipping worse than 90% of the people that I do deliver to. Tip for the Uber Eats drivers: if you get tip baited by a customer, call support and ask to talk to a customer. Passing that tip on to anybody that does Uber Eats because I don't. But good tip, Alex. Austin says, "Yeah, it has to be. That's a good theory." Hey, I heard enough college students talk about how they gotta use Uber less because their parents are getting on to them because it's all attached to their credit card. So I'm like, okay, there is a little bit of fact behind my theory. Am I looking forward to my move? I am, and I'm not at the same time. I am for the adventure, but as pretty much everybody that's got a pulse knows, moving is not fun. The actual packing stuff up, putting it all together, putting it into a U-Haul or a storage unit, moving it, unpacking is not fun at all. So that part of it I'm not looking forward to, but for the adventure, I am definitely looking forward to it. Kaylee says, "Yeah, my bank has 5% interest on their saving. Nice. I think I've got 4 on my checking and 1.5 on my savings. Or no, I've got 5 on my checking." Catching, my whole life's been uprooted. If you would have told me at the age of 37, still doesn't taste good to say, but at the age of 37, if you would have told me that your parents are divorced, one of them refuses to talk to you, and the other The one that does talk to you is 1,600 miles away, 1,400 miles away. I would have thought you're totally screwing with me, but such is life. You never know what's going to happen. Austin, I am more or less moving home base to out to Washington State, but I will be doing moving that way, moving there. I will be able to do a lot more traveling, and that's the plan. I am doing a live ride along this week, yes. Probably Thursday, maybe Saturday or Sunday. It's probably better if I do them during the week than I do on the weekend, because this last weekend I get nothing but Hy-Vee shopping orders, so it would be a very short live or very awkward live because you guys would be in my pants. That would be very, very awkward, actually. I'll be close to a bigger city, but I'll be living in a small town. And actually, do I have a picture that's on this phone? Maybe. Do I? Yes. Where I'm moving to. I will literally be a 45-minute drive from Mount St. Helens. So, if I can. Hopefully, that's not too blurry. Yes, I'll be a very quick 45-minute drive from that. Catchin says, believe it or not, hitchhiked halfway across the country alone to get away from my family. Hey, I've done. I don't encourage doing that. I'm not saying that hitchhiking is a good thing. It was fun though. I did it once when I was. Never mind, I did it twice. I didn't learn the first time. Did it when I was 21. 21, 22. It's an experience for sure. Oh yeah, I did mine in like 2008. 9, no. Yes. 2008, 2009. Oh, thanks, Austin. Yeah, Mount St. Helens. Oh, yeah, Lori, that's Mount St. Helens. Tattoos are very cool. Can I see them? I'm not showing all of them, but yes, I've got many. Well, when I get out and see my buddy, I'm actually going to have him fill this all in, so it'll end up being a full sleeve. And then it's awkward doing it this way. And an anagram of my last name. And then I got 2 tattoos on my legs, and then I got one on here, which I'm not showing. Hey, no worries, Lori. can't choose your family. That's oh yeah, that is definitely for sure. Sister doesn't want anything to do with my family. Mom's a widow. Brother turned out all right. It's always good when more at least one member of the family turns out well. Lori, yeah, we got into it. We got into a thing a while back about seeing my chest tattoo, and people were throwing money. It got a little wild. So, Kaylee, I definitely understand how you feel. So I definitely get it. It's hard to set a boundary though, and it's hard to go. You know what? They got their problem, and I'm you know they're an adult. I'm an adult. They're making that decision to do that. That's not a decision I can make. It sucks for me because I can't have that relationship. But yeah, it's a process. You should get paid for sporting the PNW attire. I may just do that. That's a good idea. Or not even paid. I don't. You don't even have to pay me. Just give me the attire. I will be clothed for free. Um, Austin, yeah, no, it's a good mindset to have. Like, my dad is actually the parent that cut ties off with me. After getting sober for I don't know, he was sober for about a year and a half, and just parents got divorced after that, and then a little while after that, cut off all communication with me. I don't hold a grudge, and like I said before, that wasn't my decision to make. That was his, and he's an adult. I'm an adult, and maybe someday he wants to actually have a relationship and actually want to talk, but that's not up to me. I'll be here if and when he wants to talk. EPL, I hope I run into him too. Go find DB Cooper's money as well. Guys, I didn't even realize what time it was. It is after 10 o'clock. So, we covered a lot tonight. I am definitely glad to have these lives because it's nice to talk to you guys about stuff that's not DoorDash related, while still talking about stuff that's somewhat DoorDash related. So I'm gonna jump off here. You guys all have a great night. New video tomorrow. I don't. It's not gonna be very entertaining, or it could be. I don't know. EPL, have a good night. Yes, you guys all have a great rest of your week. Good luck the rest of the week, and we'll do a live ride along probably Thursday. Less chance of getting nothing but shopping orders. So until then, you guys all take care, be safe, make that money, and that's all I got.